So I was thinking like game reasons, like, I wonder how they synergize fortune teller and intelligence teller.
Well,
So that's how I missed it. Oh, hello.
everybody, to Dynasty LoreCast episode. What are we on now? Episode 9? Is it 8?
8.
Episode 8, where we're going to be talking about Manir's favourite character in this entire game. So this is a podcast about Dynasty TCG lore, using the artwork to tell the story of the lore of the world with Manir, MJ, and whoever else I want. So please introduce yourself, guys, and let's jump into Manir's boyfriend.
So I'm apparently the number 1 T-Break fan, and my name's Manir, and I'm gonna play into this stroke as much as I need to. Personally, because I actually really do like this version of the artwork. And what I really want to know is, who is he staring at, and why is it not me?
And I am MJ. I also want to know this, so let's get into it.
I'm clip farming in Dynasty lore.
Go jump into this.
Alright,
So, we
yeah,
can
go on.
instantly see he's got his teacup. It's not the fullest, but he's also got another teacup with him, so he's either with somebody or he's expecting somebody.
Considering the flavor text of the card was much needed, I believe he's with somebody. But if we
Or
want
they've
to
just
make...
left and they've not drunk the tea.
Because it was poisoned, and he was trying to poison someone, you know? The Emperor actually probably stopped by for some tea. I was there. Sorry. But yeah, I'm not sure. Because if you're having a tea break, why wouldn't your friend drink the tea?
I mean, what's very interesting is this background behind him. It's like either like a tent or a flag.
I believe it's not going to be a flag. I believe it's one of those war tents you see up every now and then in shows. And this is the tent for the Tigers, I believe. Yes, the Tigers. And the Tigers are a weak nation. Weak
Not
kingdom,
necessarily
sorry.
weak, they're just small, I think.
A weaker, smaller kingdom compared to most, and they have to allegiance a lot of the time. So yeah, this tea break fella, he might be very old. We don't know. He might be like a grandpa. Who the fuck knows? Or he could just be an overworked man, and he's grown white hair because he's been stressed out. Like, to be fair, if you're in a small kingdom, you're constantly being a war veteran, whatever. Because I think we have discussed that Shifufu is not Shifufu. Was this a Shifu or Sifu? Shifu or Shifu?
He's talking to himself.
Yeah, because MJ won't respond.
But because I want to see where this develops. Are you going to talk yourself into a good theory?
Into a good theory. Well, in another life, apparently, I did speak a lot about this card, about how he looked like he was brooding, or like tired, or like he's looking off into the distance. Like, why?
Maybe he's thinking about you, Manir.
Can you please zoom back out? This is actually uncomfortable.
You can't handle it.
No, I can't.
He's not ready for this jelly.
Yeah, no, I don't really have much to talk about other than, like, he's not really in war garments either. I'd guess. I'm trying to make some sort of theory up or lore up, but to be honest, the most I can say is that, yeah, it's the middle of a war. Maybe he's currently commanding a unit because he's not got his armor on. But at the same time, it's the middle of a war. Why would he not have any armor on? Where's his weapons?
Well, the thing is, you have to remember, this is an order artwork. So this is more, not so much about T-Break, Daddy T-Break himself, but more about the situation that's currently happening. So
See,
It's
this is why MJ's smart, Manir.
MJ's like the good cop, and I'm just the dumb cop. There's no bad cop in this.
Not dumb and dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna probably actually suggest like there's no way it's actually in the middle of a war. I think it's more of the motive of the tigers, the entire thing of the tigers alliancing with another kingdom, like maybe in the middle of a peace treaty here. And I guess there was some battle. Who knows?
So one thing that's important to know about things in war, like I don't know this because of war, but I know this because of Pirates of the Caribbean. But there are situations where you will parley with the enemy during a time of war. So this could very well be in between battles. He's meeting with the enemy over tea to discuss what's going to happen. Or it could be, like you said, not in the middle of battle, and he's discussing with allies about what's going to be happening, maybe.
Yeah, honestly, I think there's not really much to go off with here, other than he doesn't look like he's very successful here. Yeah, he doesn't look very happy. The hand on the face, he's thinking maybe he's getting ready for the proper tea break because like the other tea hasn't been dry. But then he wouldn't pour that teacup actually. That keeps annoying me actually, and it's intentional detail. Yeah, no, I think it would have to be a treaty where it went bad, because if it went good, the alliance would drink that tea. Otherwise, it would, so that it proved that they trust each other. Obviously, it's like it's a written deal. They trust each other. They're gonna work with each other. But if it didn't go well, he wouldn't drink the tea. He'd think it's poison. He wouldn't trust him. He'd be like, maybe it was with his enemy veteran here. Anyways, I'm done like trying to think of any more random thing. Actually, you don't know that teapot. It might be made of clay, and clay is found by the. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm done with theories. What about you, MJ? Got anything?
I don't think there's much more to really be able to tell this. Like we said, we're talking a lot about him as a character, but because it's an order card, the focus isn't on him as a character. It's about this situation. It's about the break for tea, what that means in terms of who he's meeting with, what the situation that's led up to this discussion.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like we might need to start asking questions to get more information about that.
We're not going to get further on the artwork.
On that note, question time.
All right. MJ, I think we both got the same questions, right?
There's going to be some that overlap, definitely.
All right. What are your first question? 3 questions that you want to ask?
Oh, I think we should start off about who he's met with, and so what was this meeting and who was involved?
Okay, so we can actually probably summarize that into 2 questions. What kind of...
I'm trying to summarize it into one question.
What was in this meeting and who was involved? Technically 1 question.
What are the details of this meeting that's happened?
Tell us about the scenario. How about that? Tell us about the scenario in unmissable detail. Enter that into ChatGPT and he'll answer us.
So, the tigers, as you guys know, are a smaller kingdom than the dragons, the moons, the blossoms, and the lions. And during the war, the tigers were actually allianced with the dragons.
It is veteran here. Told you.
And during one of the big skirmishes between the dragons with the tigers and the blue moons and someone else, a treaty was formed because the heavens above created such harsh environments for war, as in weather conditions, a message was sent from both camps to each other to suggest a break in the fight, or else everyone was going to perish and no victor would be on the land. And in the tent of this character, that cup of tea was meant to be for a comrade and rival of Shifuge.
I dunked on that theory.
Rival is Veteran Hay.
I fucking dunked on that theory. Jesus Christ. I would like to point out that only one person in the current LoreCast that we've met so far would have the power to stop a war between 3 kingdoms, even if one of them were allied. And I think that would be one of the 5 ways of the Peace Masters.
How do you want me to elaborate on that? That's not a question.
I'm kind of waiting for Andre to see what he thinks about this, mostly.
Well, I think we got everything we wanted out of that question. So we meeting with Veteran Hay, and they're teamed up with the dragons. They're fighting the Blue Moons.
I think we point out, did he say fallen comrade Veteran Hay?
No.
Former. And I guess, why didn't that bitch drink his tea?
Well, I mean, they are still in the middle of battle and war.
You want me to answer why they, is that your next question?
Honestly, I'm hoping for Andre to think of a better question than any of my silly questions.
What question was that, though? Why did he not drink the tea?
Why is he a former comrade? I think we asked that. Like, what happened? How come they're not friends?
Why is he a former comrade and also didn't drink the tea?
For sure.
Okay, fine. He didn't drink the tea because he's walking into the tent. He's looking...
Oh, so this is the start of the...
That's disgusting. Who the fuck pours tea before you were at the table? Before you're even in the room? Come on.
You get it to room temperature so you can drink it straight away?
Yeah.
It'll be room temperature in that pot.
I mean, the tent's not big, you know, it's not like 50 meters away. You just gotta take 5 steps and
yeah, but you pour it in front of your friend so they know it's not poisoned.
Yeah, but you literally have assassin's teapot.
It's literally, yeah. And then, what was it? What was the other thing you said?
And why is he the former comrade, not like current comrade? What happened? Why did they break up?
Yeah, why are Minear's daddies no longer together? Why is Minear a child of divorce?
It's not that they're not together. It's the kingdoms that were once allianced are no longer together.
What happened, actually? Why did they break up?
They still see each other.
Oh, really? No way. It's a scandal.
It's just that they don't have that mutual agreement to go attack the Blue Moons whenever they heal up.
I think we asked who was that one person that broke up the war, really.
Yeah, but that's looking at like way further lore. Remember,
it's a LoreCast!
These guys are fighting the war before Shen and everyone else. They're in like a previous timeline. They're in the older generation. But they're not in the ancient wars. They're just in the old wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So these would have been the more retro type.
But this is young. This is young Daddy Tea Break and young Veteran Hay.
Yeah.
Well, calling them young is like 50-ish, yeah.
No. They'll be.
He's a lot younger than 50 there. He's in his 20s.
Oh yeah, he's also a warrior.
30s.
Yeah, you age way better if you're like always active, so like you could technically be 50 as well. It doesn't look like that. But Hinchy said 30s, and apparently you have the most grey hair at 30s, so...
Well, that could just be a stylistic choice.
It could be stylistic. It can also be a genetic thing as well.
Oh, he's Elsa! He got shot by a snowball, and now he has a white hair strand.
What else can we ask?
Comment. You can ask 3 questions now.
Go on.
This is sort of think about lore, because this is about a situation that this character is in. So will we get this character in a unit card?
Yes.
Yay!
Then
Come to our user.
that'd be nice, because we'll get to learn more about him as a person rather than as a situation.
I think we already knew that, Embry, I can't lie.
It's nice to confirm it for the listeners.
For the listeners.
Oh wait, no, Manir didn't agree to that question. Okay, technically I just gave you a free answer. Okay, so agreeing.
Thank you for pointing that out.
I'm a
This is just Tinchy wanting to give more information out.
Yeah, but there's also like, I don't know what to ask again. You have to ask from the lore, but at the same time I can't ask about like who this one man who stopped the war is. I guess there's like, why are the blue moons and, sorry, why did the dragons and the tigers originally alliance? Because you don't just alliance to go like, hey, let's fight the blue moons on a whim. You get some sort of merit out of doing this stuff. And why did they not alliance with the blue moons to attract dragons?
As hard as the dragons tried to overpower the tigers, because of the location and terrain of their kingdom, they were never able to penetrate them.
Damn, the dragons are weak as fuck.
Well, no, because... Okay. How should I say this, man? If I have, like, a school corridor, right? And 100...
Okay, no, stop there. I know what you're gonna say.
And you try and get everyone to run through that corridor.
Oh, okay, that's a lot better than I thought. Oh. Whew.
How easy would it be if you then close one side of the door and only have one door remaining, and everyone's trying to run through it at the same time?
Well, then that's why you'd lose, because you're all trying to cramp yourselves into one fucking door.
Exactly. So because of the terrain of the tigers and their actual like martial skill, the dragons just could never like deal with them, and they're always like nearby. They're not too far away from them. So they thought, might as well alliance up. By creating treaties where coalitions form.
Then why did they break up?
You haven't got MJ to agree with.
I'm waiting for him to nod or say no, or phrase it better, or ask a better question.
So what was the question you're actually asking then?
Why did they untreaty, I guess?
Who's untreated?
The tiger and the dragons.
When was it said they untreated? This meeting was between him and Veteran Hay.
Yeah, but it became
In
a former comrade.
moons.
It became a former comrade, and Hinchy has stated like they just can't. They're not treated together anymore. They don't fight together no more. So something broke, someone, or the treaty just ran out. I don't know. For the sake of MJ, is the treaty still going on?
The treaty is no longer in place.
Alright, now do we wanna?
In the current age, it's no longer in place. But in
Alright.
the old wars, it was.
I think you have to remember that this is a long period of time after. Like, this is like probably decades before.
Yeah.
Treaties don't tend to last that long.
But a treaty where between neighboring kingdoms that close would still last longer than like 100, 200 years. Because you'd have people refreshing these treaties because it would not be worth for.
Yeah, but you have to think.
You know.
They don't have to be long treaties. They can be like 30 days.
Or considering
You have to
Henshi is
think, how
justifying your choice, I don't think there's a reason to ask the treaty question.
I would also say that you have to think how many people have come to power in that time that have different opinions about how they want to run the kingdom.
You're right.
Yes, right now the
The
current
US
person
has
might want
Donald
the treaty,
Trump.
but the
You're
next
right.
leader, I feel like I'm more interested because he's clearly this influential, substantial person in this war. It's sort of like, what is his power level that he has the authority to be part of this discussion, to make these decisions on behalf of the kingdoms. Like, I feel like the best way to analogize it at the moment is because we've already had the idea of how strong Shen is compared to some of the other characters. Like, how strong is he in terms of power and influence compared to the modern day Shen?
Oh, these guys are way stronger than him. These guys are like 5 times as strong as Shen.
So what we're hearing is that as the Dynasty world goes on, the strength is weakening.
Which does make sense because you always hear about things in times of peace. So let's say they did manage to get peace. Maybe that's why the treaty's no longer in effect, because they did get to peace. People do tend to get less powerful because there isn't a reason to keep fighting. And then you find then as wars reignite and continue again, that's when the power starts to build back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Check, please.
Questions. I think, is it 2 or 1 more question?
Yeah, the thing is that like we don't really have any other questions to ask. That's what I kind of want to ask about Tracy's, because again, tea break. There's no clear alliancing thing going on. I think you mentioned this was right after they were told to stop fighting, or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like, why is it a former comrade at that point? Because if they're fighting together right now, why has he suddenly just become former?
comrade as a way to let you know who it is.
Okay, so okay. Oh no, yeah, you did mention that he is gonna go in the tent and have a good sup of caramel tea, yeah?
Green tea.
free answer, let's go.
Do you know what? I'm gonna allow you guys to ask the question why the original treaty got disbanded and their alliance fell apart.
Alright.
Why the tigers ended up splitting from the dragons is because Mynir, your honourable kingdom that you so think is so honourable, they started sacrificing tiger units for the benefit of the dragons.
That's pretty honorable. No, it's not.
Because the dragons were doing that, the tigers realised that they were being used and were not part of a partnership. They were part of being used.
I actually do have a question now that I think about it. MJ, how would you like to know about the history between Veteran Hay and Tea Break, man? Sorry, Shififu.
Daddy tea break.
Yeah. Sorry, not Daddy Tea Break, but yes, Father Tea Break. If I must. Yeah, because like we haven't really found out what started them to become rivals. When did they become best friends? Why are they so important to each other?
And why are you a child of divorce, Mynir?
Yeah, please tell me what happened to my parents.
Okay. So obviously, I'll allow this question as the final one.
All right, sweet.
And Fufufu, let's just call him Fufufu. They obviously had to get to know each other on the battlefield. And because they're both quite boisterous personalities, they wanted to show off. And show off, one, in terms of strength, but their true rivalry wasn't really on the battlefield, because they actually worked really, really well. They complemented each other quite well on the battlefield, and their skills were very much, pretty much borderline the same. So that adds to the competitiveness. But the real reason they are true rivals is because they fought over the same lady. Their rivalry
Chen?
is in.
Not Shen, sorry. Whoa, that's what I meant to say.
She's too young for them.
Oh, damn.
Different era.
Yeah.
Right.
In a different era,
It's so annoying to get that.
they both fought for the same lady, and the lady never once made a choice.
What a bitch. Sorry.
So they were. So they.
Women are allowed to not pick either side.
Yeah. So
He never said he made that choice to anyone, though, either.
So those two basically tried to flaunt over this lady.
Damn. That wasn't as deep as I thought it'd be.
Yeah. But now you know the type of relationship they have. And why Hay is the one entering the tent to drink that single cup of tea.
And not his potential wife that said no. Oh, yes. Never made an answer. I thought it was something to say, but I completely forgot, so...
Sneaky question: Will we ever meet this mysterious woman?
You will.
Damn.
If I
ever get that card, I am ripping it. I'm joking. Don't hold me to that. Don't hold me to that. Don't hold me to that. I'm not promising it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the rivalry between Hay and Fu.
Hey, sorry, what?
But remember, this image of them, this is like the current artwork for Hay. That's when they're like 40, 50. It's like still like 30, 40, 50, around that age. Yeah. So imagine what young Fu and young Hay would look like. So, yeah.
Personally, I think of Kung Fu, not Young Fu.
On that note, everyone, that's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. I have been your host. Please watch the next one, and this is their outro.
This has been MJ. Don't take Medea too seriously.
Never do. I am 90% joke, 10% okay.
And 100% the child of two veterans.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 100% gay.
And that's where